Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a bit, at least 3 months, I believe, but I'm back. And thank you for your patience. If you have been waiting for me, I really appreciate it. I haven't caught up on comments either, so I will be doing that this afternoon or this evening, actually, because I got some things to do this afternoon. And yes, this summer has been quite busy. It's a dishwasher. And if you know by watching me by now, you know that I pretty much just do videos when I feel inspired to talk about something, and if I don't, I just simply don't, unfortunately. But I've been thinking of maybe doing, starting a daily, one of those short videos to share what I'm wearing on the specific day, because I tend to wear still perfumes every single day. If I don't wear perfume in a given day, that means that there's something wrong with me emotionally. So that doesn't happen often. But so in June we went to Europe, and we went to Paris and a few cities in Spain. And in the beginning of the trip we spent 2 days in Paris, a day and a half-ish. And we met with a dear friend of mine, Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Love you, miss you. And she's big on Serge Lutens, and I believe she gave me a couple samples of perfumes from this latest collection, which I believe is pronounced Royaume de Lumière. I'm not too sure. I could be wrong with the pronunciation, but that's Royaume de Lumière. And so I wore them throughout the trip. So I believe this collection has 5 perfumes. I believe three or four of them being already perfumes that already existed in the catalog. So Crachose de Flamme, Cité Belle Abbesse. Let me check. Actually, I have the website open here. I actually haven't read anything. I just literally just opened this before I started this video. So discover the collection. So it's Zurafa, Cité Belle Abbesse, Crachose de Flamme, Tarabe, and Bois Roi d'Agaloche. So Zurafa and Bois Roi d'Agaloche are the 2 new ones. Cité Belle Abbesse, Crachose de Flamme, and Tarabe already existed, and Cité Belle Abbesse and Crachose de Flamme being part of the previous extremely expensive Sélection d'Or, I believe it was called. Those tiny 50ml bottles, black, and they were stunning. I actually had both of these perfumes in that previous presentation. They were extraits de parfum. These are also extraits, but like just labeled parfum. And Tarabe existed in a bell bottle. I think it was a gold bell bottle. And Cité Belle Abbesse and Crachose de Flamme, I really liked them both when I had them, but I never wore them. They were too much. They were too intense. They were too intense, and I felt that every time I wore them, even though I loved them, I felt that they wore me as opposed of me wearing them. And I have difficult times with perfumes like that, and they were very oily, like very, very oily. So they were 50ml for very expensive, I think $700 or $800, something like that. They're not cheap at all. These are 100ml for, I believe, 380 euros, so which is like a lot cheaper. So I did get samples of Cité Belle Abbesse and Crachose de Flamme as well, and I wore them. The major difference I got between the previous presentation concentration to this one is it feels like they have been diluted. So it's still, to me, they smelled exactly the same, but less concentrated, more airy, more luminous. And I did enjoy them quite much. Would I buy them again? I don't think so, because I already have memories with those scents and how they made me feel at the time. So I just don't think I would buy them again, even though I much prefer the current presentation because it is a lot lighter, a lot more wearable in the day-to-day setting. So I did get the samples, and I wore Zurafa. I think I got 2 of Zurafa and I loved it. I really did, so much so that at the end of the trip we went back and to the Palais Royal and the boutique there, which is a stunning boutique, by the way. Really, really beautiful, very gothic, and it feels like you're in a cave of wonders. It's really beautiful. So I bought this. So I bought this in the beginning of July because we went there in the beginning-ish of June, and then we came back to Canada in the beginning of July. So I bought this in I think it was the very last day of the trip. No, the day before. I don't remember exactly. But it was one of the last 2 days that we spent in Paris before flying back to Canada. And today I felt inspired because I was wearing Cuir Intense by Guerlain a few days ago, and it's still on my shirt. It's a very strong perfume. I haven't talked about it yet, actually. But it reminded me of this in the sense of leather. So I was just like, I'm going to talk about it. So here we are. I'm doing the unboxing of Zurafa. Yes, and let's go. It was one of the only perfumes that I bought during this trip. I didn't buy a lot of perfumes. I think I bought 3 max, but 2 of them I believe were to replenish perfumes, those that I already had, but I had run out. So novelties to my collection are pretty much this, and I believe just this. So this is how it comes. It comes in the same packaging style as the previous ones, the Sélection d'Or. It came also in, looks like it's gonna fall. So like the classic Serge Lutens all come with the sprayer on the side. And the Sélection d'Or also came in this box, but it was black, I believe. And it was smaller because the bottle was half the size. And this is how it is. It's a fabric. Nothing else on the box, just like the Sélection d'Or was. The presentation is quite beautiful, especially when you see all of them side by side at the store. It's still labeled as parfum, 100 ml, but in yeah, there's no but. The label's here with the name of the perfume. Okay. I'm not gonna say I don't want to spray because I don't want to use the spray yet, so I'm just gonna do this a couple times. One more. It actually reminds me, and it did already then when I tried it. It's gorgeous. It's I wore this in the heat. Okay, let me give you a little bit of a background. I wore this perfume in Sevilla. It was 42, 43 degrees. It was very hot, and this blossomed in the heat in such a beautiful way that I did not expect. And I just like, okay, I have to get it. I don't know specifically what notes are in here. I'm gonna look on the website to see if they list what notes are in here, but I detect this beautiful iris, some sort of violet in here, this stunning leather, and this carrot seed, I guess, or something in the iris that reads as carrot. Maybe it's the leather and the iris combined, or leather and violet combined, that gives this carroty kind of like nuance to the perfume. The very opening and smelling it from the bottle, it reminds me a lot of Violaceium from L'Artisan Parfumeur, which I have. It's one of those, I guess, more exclusive collection that originally they came in this beautiful dark purple bottle with a little bee on it. That's the only one I have from that time, and it has a very similar vibe of leathery, violety, and carroty. So smelling especially from the bottle, I get a lot of, it's like, oh, this reminds me a lot of Violacum. But on the skin, it just changes into something completely different, because that carroty presence that I detect a lot, especially from the bottle and when putting it on, it dissipates quite fast, and I'm left with this violet iris over leather. And it's not a pungent, strong leather, it's a very soft leather. I imagine like a, for some reason, it's the third time that I wear this perfume, and because I actually finished 3 full samples of this before really deciding, okay, I want this, because I have a large collection and I don't like adding perfumes to my collection unless I really love them. So that's something that I like to do. I like to wear as many samples as possible before deciding to go ahead and getting a bottle. So I get this beautiful, like, it's the third time that I wear it, and it makes me think of Salvatore Ferragamo leather. The shoes and the belts. I don't have any bags from Ferragamo, but for some reason I think of a specific smell that I get from the products from Salvatore Ferragamo leather. And it's gorgeous, and the dry down, because the leather is quite present here. It's a beautiful marriage of leather and the flowers, and the dry down, the leather is still present, but it becomes a lot softer, and the flowers become a lot more potent. And that's where it's quite different than Violacum, because Violacum maintains the carroty aspect for quite some time, actually. So it kind of like, it really sets them apart. But so to me, after trying all of them, but wearing this throughout the trip, I just had to get this, because first I now have memories, beautiful memories tied to this perfume, and the other 3, Cachos de Flamme and Cité Belle Abbesse, I wouldn't buy them again, and the Tarabe wasn't really my taste, wasn't really my style, and the other one, the Boirois something, Boirois Galoche, I believe it's called, it just didn't do it for me either. From the whole line, this indeed was the only one that I just like, okay, I really need this. And this one I will wear so much. It's been sealed until now, because it was in a place that I ended up putting there after the trip, after unpacked, and I kind of ended up forgetting about it. But I kind of found it today. It's gorgeous. Let me see if they say anything about the notes. But that's pretty much what I get: leather, violet, and what else? This carroty makeup, but that's not really here anymore. And it's I don't know, there's something else in here that is just so enveloping in such a mysterious and sexy way. It's just, Lutens does this so well with the perfumes. It's this mysterious sexiness. It's just like a feline type of sexiness that's just like, just purrs and yeah, it's just gorgeous. So in the most advanced medieval Arab Muslim civilizations lived the Zurafa, a group that represented the height of sophistication, brilliant both in their humanist thinking and in sumptuous fabrics they wore. They left behind them the nostalgia of a perfume as fine as leather and as cozy as down, the pinnacle of refinement. eyes glittering with reflections of the night sky, a lost memory lay in wait. Like the dying star of an ancient light, it still shone. Miraculously, from across the mist of time, the dying memory of an ethereal iris, smothered in kisses by a tortured leather, come back to me, soft and sweet. Serge Lutens. When a fragrance reaches the pinnacle of beauty and preciousness, it is admitted to a resplendent kingdom, the royaume de lumière. I hope that's how it's pronounced, I'm not sure. Nestled in the deep crimson of royalty and draped in the fanciful splendor of golden lacework. These scents showcase the most prestigious ingredients perfumery creations, and perfumery creations are irresistible as they are indispensable for any perfume lover. Yeah, so they only mention iris and leather, so yeah. Definitely get those two. It's, yeah, in the dry down, I believe I mentioned violet before, but no, it's iris. It has that makeup-y, powdery thing, slight, but because it's so beautifully blended with the leather, and it's just like, it's very abstract in a way that it is its own thing, and it's fascinating. Is it something new, extremely groundbreaking? No, definitely not. There are many perfumes out there that have the same idea, the same scent profile. Violacum is one, but it's more with violet, I believe, and then there's also the Zurafa, which is in a similar style to this from Hermes, and then there are many others, but this is special because of what it is to me, and even though I can't associate this with other perfumes, it's still unique. I didn't find it redundant to add to my collection, especially because I had with me Zurafa in this strip, which has a beautiful leather too, and violet. I guess that's why I'm saying that violet, because I have these two that are violet and leather, but this is definitely iris, and it's incredible because the leather is very present, and the iris is supposedly such a much softer and delicate note, but it's still quite present, and it remains present in the life of the perfume on the skin, and that alone to me is brilliant, and I really, really, really appreciate this. So, thank you very much for spending time with me. I really appreciate it, and hope you have a wonderful time wherever you are. And until next time, bye.